All right, so right when you walk in here, you can kind of see everything right from the doorway, and that was really the goal with everything we had planned. Me and the contractor really wanted to make sure that it was a very welcoming and homey space, and it all started kind of when we first got the space. When we got in here, it was completely empty. It was abandoned. A lot of stuff that we'll touch on as we walk around was not here, but we knew that this space had a lot of potential, especially for a retail thing, kind of like this store has become. So yeah, let's just kind of take a look around and look at kind of what we have to offer here in this store. So we can start with kind of the big thing that we had to do ourselves, which was building this wall. Now we knew this wall would be really pivotal for displaying some of our better clothing as well as some knickknacks, but also putting a giant rack along it. The only problem is when we first got in this space, this wall was not here at all. It had been completely torn down. It was very obvious that there was a wall at some point because of the stuff on the floor, but basically we had to rebuild it from ground up, and it took almost like 2 weeks to really do that. But as soon as, oh, come on in guys, you're good. As soon as we had it done, we were really able to start moving on the other stuff in this building. Pretty much that paint color was able to go up when we really started to go around. We've gotten a lot of compliments on that, which has been really nice. Everything was really built just to create a homey atmosphere, like I said before, but let's take a look at kind of some of the stuff we have in the actual space itself. So like I said, this entire rack on here is all kind of like our t-shirts. So we have everything between just short sleeve, long sleeves, all different sizes as well. Let's see, I'll just pick out some of my favorites right now. Some of the ones I really, really love. Oh my God. This SeaWorld one is so funny. This is from SeaWorld, California. Just has a little otter surfing on it. I don't know, love it so much. But yeah, we try to curate to everybody's taste in clothing. I know everyone's very different with what they like. So as we continue to build this place out, we've only been here 3 days open. So we're really starting to get a sense of what everybody wants. And I think t-shirts are one thing that everyone's always looking for, but we have a really good curation here of some of my favorite things, as well as what I know a lot of other people like as well. So that's been really cool. And if you pan up here, we have some of our better items. Like, they tend to be a little bit higher price, but these are still things that I think we do a good job of price controlling. I like to put like t-shirts, sweaters, sweatshirts, windbreakers, a little bit of everything. But yeah, and then along here, we built these planks out really nicely so that we could display fun little items on them. We have a little bit of everything. I keep saying that. We have a lot of different types of stuff up here. We have books, we have little plushes, little mugs. We've started to put artwork in the store too, which is really cool. But yeah, a little bit of everything, like I said, just decorations for the season. But yeah, what's up guys, welcome in. And then we have, and then here we have this awesome dressing room we built. We really wanted to make sure that we had a lot of space for people to move around. I know I personally hate when I go to a store and I can't really move around the dressing room. It's not comfortable or whatever, but if you want to take a step inside, we have this giant mirror. And we're actually based out of Berea, Ohio, and as you can see, we have this giant mirror here. I actually found this on the side of the road right by campus. People don't know that. You can find really cool stuff on the side of the road, but we made sure that this was in here for the dressing room so people can see their whole outfit. So if they're trying on pants, shirts, sweaters, anything they want. We have this IKEA lamp here that really does a good job of adding some dimmer lighting to really show off your outfit as you're checking it out. But yeah, just a little bit of everything that kind of put this together, really made sure it kind of fit with the theme of the rest of the store as well. You guys don't have to be quiet, by the way, it's all good. That's a little awkward, but it's all good. And then yeah, as we go through here, we kind of have like all of our sweatshirts. We actually got pretty ran dry on opening day. We had like triple this. They're all gone now. It's okay. We're gonna add more as time goes on. We add stuff every single day, so that's pretty cool. But we have smalls, medium, large, XLs, XXLs. We really try to do a good job of curating ones that are like super comfy, cozy. Russell Athletic's always a great brand. Their stuff is so comfortable. This is my personal favorite vintage brand. But yeah, just like all different types of stuff, all different colors, all different aesthetics, fun stuff that like we love nature pieces. So like this is one that I just recently found. It's a little bit newer, but I still thought it was really cool to put in the store. And then yeah, over here we have a lot of our other outerwear and stuff for now. We're gonna add in jackets later in the year, which is really cool. I'm super excited for that. But for now, we just have like hoodies, windbreakers, other little mock neck jackets. And then we have more stuff along here as well, just other items. A lot of it's been selling, which is really great. So it looks a little vacant, but yeah, we have like, you know, sweatshirts, hoodies. The hoodies have been super popular, which has been great. I love a good hoodie during fall. But once again, just like everything else in the store, we're trying to provide something for everybody, you know, and that's really something I've started to kind of take notes on from all of our customers that are coming in. They really give me a good idea of what they're looking for and their personal styles. So we've been able to start finding really good items that we know that they would like as time goes on. And then this is something I didn't think would be as much of a hit, but I still had a lot of them anyways, so I put them out. We have an entire rack of jerseys here. I've been curating these for a while now, all over summer. Like I had a giant, you know, haul of them a while ago where I found like a bunch of football jerseys all at once, and I kind of was like, we'll see how it goes, you know, like the NFL season's starting, and we can just see like if people like them or not. But yeah, they've really been a hit, so that's been really great. I'm glad that people enjoy them, and perfect timing too, because you know, we still have the Brown stuff and they just won their first game, so that's been really exciting. And then we have our pants shelf here. This is one thing that we are changing like immediately. We kind of learned that this is not the best way to display pants. It's super hard to like navigate, but that's kind of the growing pains of like doing something like this. You kind of learn as time goes on, you know, what's working, what's not working, and this is something that hasn't been working as great for us, but people have been still finding pants that they really love, and that's been super exciting. So yeah, we're gonna continue to add to our pants collection and just keep putting it on the racks as time goes on, and hopefully everyone can navigate it a little bit better when we make that change. And then this rack here is something I'm super excited about. This is gonna be something that's always changing, always evolving. But when we opened, and for now still, you know, it's been a little bit ran dry, it's all like fall colored stuff. So we had like an entire collection of stuff that was all like different colors of the leaves. That's why I put the leaves up here. But this will always be like our showcase rack of like whatever new curated collection we have going on. So eventually when we have like our jacket drop or other stuff happening in the store, it'll be on this rack to kind of display, you know, what we have going on and what we're trying to curate for that month or that season. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire store. All right, so one of the other things I was super excited to put in the store is something that I've always really thought is cool in other people's stores, which is a gallery wall. So here is a wall of just like all these different collected pieces of thrifted artwork, as well as some very personal pieces of artwork that I've kind of accrued over the years. You know, just lots of very random things like posters, paintings, drawings. But the stuff I really want to highlight is the stuff that's more important to me, like the stuff that really means a lot to me. So right up there, we have a print that was done by my grandpa. That's his artwork up there. He's a wildlife artist. His work's been featured in the Cleveland Museum of Art before. He's a super, super talented guy, and he's still with us. So he's still really making a lot of artwork to this day that I'm always super proud to show off and showcase, especially in a place like this. He also inspired me when I was younger to get into art, and I was able to do a lot of artwork as I grew up. But yeah, we have that there, and then we also have one of his original paintings down here. This is one that he gave to me on my 18th birthday. He made this specifically for me. And yeah, I don't know, it's a very cool scene with like a duck and a boat motor and some fishing lures, just always like really, really cool themes going on throughout his artwork, which I really appreciate. And then, yeah, across the wall, we just have other random things like, sorry. We have this artist here. I have one of her paintings here, and then the other one is the one by the raccoon painting. But that's like, she just does a lot of very different artwork with her signature style, lots of different paint textures mixing with one another. I really love her artwork. We have some random thrifted posters I have. This one of falling water during the winter. Frank Lloyd Wright architecture is some of my favorite architecture out there. And I just think it's such a cool shot of it when it's all frozen over during winter. We have an old Levi's ad from the 1980s. That one my friend gave me as a gift when I told him I was opening up a store. So thank you so much for stopping in. Have a good one. Yeah, that one's just super cool. I love it so much. And then we have a Snoopy clock. It's pretty cool. It speaks for itself. I don't know. We have some little tennis rackets. I don't know if it's tennis or I don't think it's pickleball, but it's some sort of tennis alternative. And I don't know. I think they look cool in the hodgepodge of everything else going on. We wanted some other unique shapes similar to the Snoopy clock that really stick out. So we threw those up there. Some little embroidery stuff, and then some other posters and other things I just like. And then yeah, more shelves for more trinkets. So this is another favorite area of mine in the store, and I really love it. And we have a giant mirror here, so when people are shopping, they can check out their outfits. I think that's pretty crucial. We have one in the dressing room, like I showed you guys before, but this one is kind of like, while you're second guessing, hey, do I not like this one as much? You can just be out here in the better daylight and just kind of be like, oh yeah, this is kind of cool. So yeah, this wall's really sick. I'm really proud of how this all came together, and we're still adding to it, which is really cool. Really chaotic day, to say the least, but we were able to contain a lot of the overall excitement and kind of uncertainty with everything we had early on in the day to the end of it by just really kind of making sure we had all hands on deck for the day. So I made sure, from the gate, I was there pretty early, but we were really focused on making sure that we had everybody possible. My parents were there, my friends were there that are working for me, so it was easy to make sure that we had everything all set to go for opening day. So yeah, when it came to actually getting opening day all set, what could have been a very chaotic day was very easy and kind of just something we were able to handle as a team. I made sure that I was there super early in the day. I didn't know if there was going to be a line. You never know with these types of things, but I was super excited for the day to start. And by the time that, all my friends were coming that were helping with the day, as well as my parents and some of my family members, I knew that we would have enough people there to really be okay, and that, there was nothing really to stress about. I was not nervous from the start. I knew things would be okay, but having all of them there really made things a lot better as well for me to feel super set for the day. But then it came time to actually open the doors, and that was really kind of nerve-wracking. That was kind of the only moment of the day where I did feel those nerves creep up a little bit. What ended up happening was we started by tearing down all the paper we had in the windows and making sure that everyone could kind of see into the store finally and see what we've been building for months at this point. And that was a really cool feeling, just straight out of the gate, making sure that everyone was able to see kind of what they were getting into when the doors were finally open. But then as that was happening, I actually noticed that my friend Kazu was there, and I had no idea that he was coming for the day. I saw everyone else too, but I was so excited to see everyone, and I was like, what are you doing here, man? Like, you should be in California right now. But hey, thanks for stopping in, man. Yeah, I had no idea that he would be there that day, and he flew in all the way from LA just to come to the opening day. And that's, one of my best friends, my roommate for the last 2 years of college. So it meant the absolute world that he was there for that special moment. And that as well as like all my other friends from BW, my time at BW, doing all these pop-ups, lots of familiar faces were there, camping out early before we opened the doors to support me and support this store's grand opening. And then we opened the doors, and it was a bum rush from the start, which was great. I gave a speech, a little bit of just a couple words. I didn't want to, prolong it forever, but I was super excited to, let people know that, I was so excited for them to come into the store, and that this had been something I'd been working on for so long. But I was just, at that point, I was like, stop talking, let's get the doors open. This will be super exciting. And then we did. And, don't rat me out in the comments, guys, but our fire code is like 50 people. Immediately we had like 80 people inside the store, and you'll see it, like, it was just packed. And once again, though, I wasn't overwhelmed. I was so excited that many people were all in there at once, seeing everything that we had been building for months. And then also one of the other people I didn't see until he was actually inside the building was my friend Max. I don't know if Max watches my YouTube, but it'll be cool if he does because he'll get a special shout out here. But my friend Max is the owner of Uncover Vintage in Lakewood. If you're local and you came to my store, please check him out. He's up in Lakewood, Ohio. He's been almost like a mentor to me for this entire, business. What could be possible with all the clothing stuff that I've been doing online. How can you translate that from a Instagram page into a website and then a website into a store? He was pivotal in getting all of that done. So it meant the world to me to see him in the store with everyone else and, shopping with me, but also just tell me how proud he was of me. It was really, really a special moment. So that was super cool. And then my family started to come in, my extended family, my grandparents, my cousins, they were all kind of scattered throughout. They were saying hi to my friends, like all my worlds were colliding. It was super cool. But throughout the day, yeah, we had so many people stop in, so many people tell me how proud they were of me and how supportive they were going to be of this entire place and how excited they were to come back as new things were going to start to come out. And, to that, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone that made that day so special. Thank you to everyone that came by and shopped with me, anyone that didn't shop with me and still just told me like how cool this was, that I was getting this done finally after all this time. And super importantly for this video, thank you to you guys. Thank you to you guys for watching all the content we made surrounding the building of this store. Thank you for, supporting from afar if you're not local, and just telling me how cool it looked. A lot of those comments and those words of encouragement kept me going in some of the hardest times of getting the store built out. So it genuinely means the world to me that you guys are still watching everything that we have going on and being very patient with the online drops as well as we try to get back into the swing of things with those. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and let's say that again. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to subscribe, if you want to leave a like, feel free to do either one of those things. And yeah, we have a lot of videos coming. We have a lot of long form stuff. We have a lot of short form stuff. Thank you so much, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, me too.
We have a lot of videos coming your guys' way, and I cannot be more excited to, share all of that with you guys. It's going to be really, really special. And this is just the beginning. We're going to have a lot of cool stuff planned. So thank you for watching again, and I will see you next time.